Welcome, collective. Thank you guys very much for joining me today. I want to say thank you too for all of your views, your likes, your subscribes. You guys are absolutely awesome and your support is appreciated, guys. Let's go ahead and get started with your tarot read today. So I want to know about what's on the collective's mind, what's coming forward here, what's the message that the collective needs to hear today. I'm getting pulled to which deck? This deck here. So I haven't used this one yet, so we'll see what message comes forward and why it got called today for the collective. So what does the collective need to hear today? These ones wanted to pop out too. Deep frustration, experiencing a lot of anger. What is going on here? Deep regret. They think it's too late. I gotta tell you, I am getting a couple of different energies here. Doesn't want children affecting connection. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I keep getting the vibe that like somebody's words don't match up with their actions, or there's always some excuses. This might be like trying to have a relationship with somebody and it's like you maybe you already have children or you have a bit of a family of your own, which seems fine in the beginning, but then this person keeps using it as an excuse not to invest in the relationship. Or maybe they don't treat your kids very well. I don't get a nice vibe off of whoever this person is. Right person, wrong time, divine timing. I gotta tell you, the vibe that I get with this divine timing card, you might not like it, but I keep feeling like a waste of time. A waste of time. It's like whoever this person is, it is like wasting your time. And this person is not, you know what, and they might have a lot of really redeeming qualities, or deep down inside you might see something in them that if they chose to be a different way, they could be just like an awesome partner. They could be an awesome partner. They could be an awesome soulmate. But at this point in this person's life, they got some shadow work to do. They got some shadow work to do. They are terrified of commitment. They're terrified of getting deeply involved with somebody, of being vulnerable, of really opening their heart and sharing their heart, of investing in a life with somebody. Yeah, they're in a cycle of lust. You know what? They keep it on a physical level too. This is part of their deal. This is part of why and how they're not being vulnerable, is keeping things very physical. And then, like I said, there's always excuses why we can't get to a deeper level, why this can't be a deeper connection, why they can't open up to you, why they can't commit to you. It's always an excuse, and it's always keeping it sort of at that physical level so it never progresses. Mixed feelings towards you. Yeah, they need emotional clarity. I tell you, like, I think this person has feelings for you. I think they do. I think they also have a hell of a lot of baggage. I think they're not dealing with their baggage. And I think they're letting it manifest in these ways that keep you at an arm's length. And you might wind up with a lot of this sort of come here, go away, hot and cold kind of BS, where they're like everything's peachy, everything's great, and then it slowly devolves into they're kind of pushing you away or causing a fight to take everything back to square one. And then it's all lovey-dovey for a little while, and then it kind of goes back, and it's round and round in a circle. I feel like it's sort of cyclical. If this person, like, okay, pulling away their shadow work, pulling away their BS, pull all that away, what is deep down in their core, they care for you. They absolutely care for you, and they would like to have a life with you. But there's all of that darkness there that this person is not looking into, this person is not dealing with, and they're allowing it to overwhelm them and to influence their behaviors and what they're doing. Yeah, they feel pressured by you. Yeah. You know what? And I think they would, like I said, I think they have genuine feelings for you, but they got so much baggage. This person cannot commit to a long-term relationship. They cannot commit to a deeper investment. This person does not know how to commit to bearing their soul and their feelings to you, because they can't even do it to themselves. They can't even look within themselves and see why they do what they do or why they feel what they feel. There's a lot of sort of denial of things here. And if they can't even do that to themselves, they can't do that for you. You know? So like I said, I don't feel like this person's evil. I don't like the way they treat you. from what I can see in the cards and the emotions and the energies that come forward in the cards, I don't like it. I think it puts you in a very bad spot emotionally. I think it stresses you right the hell out. I think you always feel like in this person's eyes, you're always coming up short or you're not quite good enough. And that's not what it is. It's this person has baggage. They have baggage, a lot of darkness that they don't want to deal with. Living in the fast lane, always chasing the thrill. And this is part of their not wanting to commit or settle down. I feel like this may even bleed into sort of their career or their living situation. They don't like to settle in one place. They don't like to commit to one place. They don't like to sort of set down roots and build for the future. They like to keep things loose in lots of areas of their life. The intensity scares them. Yeah, it does. It does scare them. I think their emotions that they feel for you and the love that they do genuinely have for you and that caring, I think that scares the shit out of them. I think it does, and they don't know how to handle it. So I don't know if this comes from, I don't know, maybe the way they grew up and what they saw sort of growing up or what they lived. Maybe it has to do with a relationship they were in before where they got their heart completely broken and had this sort of, I'm never going to let anybody get close ever again kind of thing. Maybe it's a combination of a bunch of crap. I think they are genuinely terrified and unnerved by the deep feelings that they do have for you. Because like I said, if you put all that, you've bundled all that darkness up, all that shadow work, and you just set it aside and could strip away, this person would love to spend the rest of their life with you, have a committed, loving relationship with you, but they cannot get past their own crap. They just can't. They can't see past it. They can't bring it forward and sort it out. They're just feeding into it. Afraid of the unknown, of certain, yeah. I think that is part of their fear too. Committing to a future life and the possibility that it might not work out or you might reject them in some way, shape, or form in the future. I think they're absolutely terrified of that. And I think that's a big part of also why they're keeping you at arm's length. Because that way it's almost like it never gets to that point. But the thing is, their emotions, whether they want to admit it out loud or not, are already involved here. You know, so losing you now would be just as devastating as losing you 5 years from now, 10 years from now. If there's a marriage commitment, if there's anything, it would still hurt just the same because their heart, whether they like it or not, or want to admit it or not, is invested here. That's funny. You guys might have a soul connection. I have a couple of cards here. And like I said, when you look into this person and when you see past that darkness and what they're dealing with, you do see a lot of qualities that would make this person an ideal mate. I think you very much enjoy their company. I think when things are good, they're very good. But it's always temporary. It's like their baggage will never let this relationship become what you would like it to be. And it's not just their baggage all by themselves. It's really them choosing to not confront their baggage, acknowledge their baggage, and then deal with it. That's what is going to prevent this relationship from becoming what you would like it to be. Out of their comfort zone. You're not like the rest. Yeah, and they might have had a lot of sort of low vibrational relationships before you came along, or people who were just sort of flings or fly by night, or nobody who really was mature or looking to invest and build for the future, which I actually think is part of what attracts them to you. Because it's like you have this stability, right? You have this concept of stability and looking forward to a future that I think they actually want deep down inside. This person would love to have for themselves. They just do not know how to get it. They don't know how to get there. Trying to control timing, have other priorities. Yeah, see, and this is part of that sort of come here, go away, right? We're sort of keeping things at arm's length. They're keeping things at sort of that base, and the relationship never gets to move past that. Cultural differences. Family does not approve. I don't think your people like this person. I'll tell you why, though. I think it's because they see how upset you get when all of this sort of unfolds. So I do feel like there are people on your side who do genuinely don't like this person having this person around, because they see that it hurts your heart, because they see that it stresses you out. So they don't like that. They don't like that. I'll tell you something too. I think either their family or friends, people they hang out with, are not the best influences on them either. And they sort of encourage this behavior that these people are doing with this sort of non-committal. Like if this is friends, they're sort of like, oh yeah, it's cool to be a player. You don't want to commit to anything. Da 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 da. So I do feel like they're being encouraged to sort of keep up this image on a certain level too. Well, I think it goes both ways, this card. You got people on your side who are not really liking them because they care for you and they see that this hurts your heart. And then I think that they have negative influences on their side who sort of feed into that ego and that image that it's not okay to be emotional, and it's not okay to get emotionally involved and to commit and really build a life with somebody, that it's more cool to just have these little flings on the side. Heart is blocked. Yeah, their heart is absolutely blocked. They are unable to let love in there, and not just to let love in. This person is like unable to let love out too, because like I said, they have a deep caring for you. They absolutely do. Their heart is invested, whether they want to say it or not. There's already love there, and to lose you would absolutely hurt them, but they just don't know how to break those walls down and how to let you in. Now they are too defensive. No. They absolutely are defensive. It's like, I don't know if it's that get them before they get me. All this baggage this person has, this has nothing to do with you. This shit existed before you showed up. Okay, these are things that they went through in life, and this is how they've chosen to cope with whatever those emotional traumas were. Okay, so this has nothing to do with you. This is their own crap that they're bringing into this. Your actions shocked them. I discovered an unpleasant truth. I gotta tell them too, like I said, I don't think they've ever been with somebody like you before. Somebody who is mature, somebody who's looking to be established, somebody who's looking to grow for the future, and really sort of future oriented, and sort of that commitment and stability is so important. I just think they've always been with really low vibe energies. Their friends or whoever they're hanging around who's feeding this sort of this ego and this image, these are low vibe energies too. This is what this person is used to. You are so different from anybody they've ever been around. And that's, like I said, that's part of the draw for them. That's part of what draws them in. How they perceive you. I just don't think they can overcome this stuff. You know, it's just they're letting their darkness overrule them. Yeah. And if they have stepped away, I got to tell you, they do expect you to come back. They expect you to do the chasing. They expect you to always do the chasing, because they feel like to do the chasing, to come to apologize, to try to make amends, things like that, it's almost like admitting a weakness. Even though, like, we know it's not. That's a normal part of relationships, that even give and take and being able to confront whatever. To this person, and this is part of this image, and this is part of all their darkness and their baggage, to them it represents a weakness and a vulnerability that they are absolutely not comfortable with. Avoiding the problem. Yeah, denying their feelings, denying the problem. Absolutely, that completely matches with this person's behavior and what they're going through. They are in huge denial about where all of this is coming from, and that this is emotional baggage on their part from the past. They are unwilling to admit it. They're unwilling to see it. And so if they're not even going to admit it's there, how could they possibly change it, right? Playing too many roles. I got to tell you, though, I don't feel like this is necessarily their card. I feel like this speaks a little bit more to you. Playing too many roles, they become who you want. I feel like you've been trying in a lot of different ways to make this work. Like I said, you see something in this person where you see this can be a beautiful connection. And it's like, okay, they're having trouble with this piece of things. Okay, if I try a little bit of compromise here, I try to make a bit of changes here, it'll be more accommodating. It'll make this easier. Like, you're trying to put in, you're trying to invest, you're trying to nurture this relationship. But it's like it never gets you to where you want to go. There's always something. I keep feeling like there's always something. There's always an excuse they have why this can't go to the next level. And that's not going to change. No matter what you change in your life, until this person deals with their shadows, this is the way this will continue to go. There will always be something that keeps the two of you apart, something that keeps this from being a long-term committed relationship. There will always be something until they deal with their darkness. Yeah, relationship with no direction. That's right. And that's the way they're keeping it. I gotta tell you, like, that's not yours. You have a vision. You know where you would like this to go. You have emotions for them. You can see the potential of what this could be if this other party would sort of step up. And this party does not want to do that. They are purposefully keeping it at the level that it is. And it is because of darkness. It is because of baggage. It's things they do not want to acknowledge or deal with. So they're choosing to stay in it this way. I need a deck. I'm getting pulled right away to a tarot deck for you. It's the dragon deck here. So let's see what comes forward. Spirit, can you please clarify this message for the collective today? The Empress. See, you are like this Empress energy because you are nurturing. You're nurturing, you're more mature, you're looking to grow for the future. You're looking for, like I said, that stability, that building. You're very vision oriented, right? Future oriented. This is where I'd like things to go. I'm willing to contribute what I have to contribute to try and build it and move it in that direction. You are that Empress energy, which, like I said, is part of what's drawn them in, that mature energy, because that's something they haven't had before. So it does pull them in, and it does absolutely have an appeal to them, because it's something that I think that they lack for themselves but would like to have, but they don't know how to get it. Page of Cups. And their emotions for you are genuine, but they're not up to your level. And I'm not saying it's because this is a piece of shit human being. I'm saying because this is somebody who has a whole lot of baggage and a whole lot of darkness. And until that piece of things gets sorted out, this is all that they have to offer to anybody. To anyone, to you, to anyone. They just have very little to offer until they sort that internal stuff out. The Knight of Swords. I gotta tell you too, I get this vibe they don't like admitting to the truth when it makes them look bad too. You know what I mean? Like if they did something to contribute to this, I keep feeling like a spin. Like they try and find a way to spin the truth so that it winds up being like your fault, and if you just would have gave more, and if you just would have compromised more, and if you could just understand them and see it from that point of view, it would make so much sense. So I'd be very careful of that, because it's not your issue here. They're the ones with the issue, and they're trying to spin things around to stall, to buy themselves more time, to keep you stuck within this. Queen of Swords, I'm going to tell you, this Queen of Swords is a call for you to be pulling on this energy from yourself too. So Swords is all about truth. Okay, it's about thought. It's removing emotions from a situation. And it's about looking at something for what it is, being a little bit more critical than maybe you've been in the past. And maybe that's where you're at right now with this. You're getting fed up with all of this games, and you're just like seeing things in a new light. Seeing this in a completely different way. Yeah, the Six of Cups, like reflecting on the past, reflecting on patterns from the past, being able to see that you guys are just kind of going round and round and round. And no matter what you do, you cannot seem to break this round and round cycle with this person. It always keeps going the same way, keeps doing the same cycle sort of over and over and over again. And the Eight of Pentacles. I gotta tell you too, I do feel a lot of learning in this Eight of Pentacles. I do feel like this is part of your journey. Is there being able to learn where you're willing to draw the line and how much you're willing to put in a relationship where the other person isn't putting back. I get, when I connect your energy to this Eight of Pentacles, I do get a positive vibe off of it. So I do feel like this is a positive lesson for you to learn that will benefit you in your life. I also feel like you are somebody who is in a place where you're actually willing to be open to learning a lesson like this. when I connect it to their energy, I just feel a complete block. This doesn't mean that this person will never ascend or will never deal with their shadow work. At this point in time, this person does not want to hear it. They don't want to hear this truth. They don't want to deal with this truth. And they don't want to break this cycle of things that you're in. They like it the way it is. We have the world here too. I gotta tell you, I keep feeling this. I'm gonna show you the card because the dragon is just observing that world. It's like sitting back and observing. And I do feel like this is a call for you to sort of take on that Queen of Swords, to sit back, to reflect on what you've been through, but also to reflect on where you want things to go. And to be able to see the disconnect in between that. This is not somebody who's going to contribute to where you want to go. This is somebody who's going to keep contributing to keeping things in the same place. And you might be really torn over this. You know, which way do I want to go? Am I ready to let go of this? I think you've put a lot of time and effort and energy into this relationship. So this is not an easy decision to just, you know, cut ties and walk away, right? Your emotions are there. Your heart is involved. It's not an easy choice to make. And I think that's why we're getting so many calls here to look at things without emotion and to sort of look at things from a more critical point of view and reflect on the past and reflect on what's happened in the past. I do feel like the two of you have a soul connection. I do. I think there is some kind of a soul tie here, but that does not mean that this relationship is not toxic or that this relationship is positive for you or it's worth you putting your time and effort into. You may be, and the two of you may have come together for karmic lessons, for something that had to do with past life, karmic debt. I feel like this, you guys definitely came together for a reason. And there are definitely lessons to be learned within this. Like I said, I see that you're in a headspace and your vibration is high enough that you can do this kind of soul work. That you can look at things in this light and go, hey, okay, what can I change to benefit from this? You know, what did I do to contribute to this? You can look at yourself in a really honest way. You're ready to do that and you're open and willing to do that. I don't feel like this person is at that same place in their journey in life where they're ready to do that. And maybe at some point in the future, if they do that, I think there is the potential for a soul connection. I would not wait for this. Yeah, Two of Cups and King of Cups. I got to tell you, they do have genuine love for you. You guys do have a genuine soul connection here. But this timing, and that's what that first card said about, you know, right person, wrong time, divine timing. It is the wrong time. This person is not in a place where they can ascend and they can meet you on your level. This person is not in a place where they're able to give you the love that you deserve. They just can't because they got too much darkness inside and they're not ready to acknowledge it or to deal with it. So you're asking, it's almost like you're asking something of them that they are just not capable of giving. They're not. Three of Cups. Seven of Wands. I keep feeling in this Three of Cups, it's other low vibrational energies. That's what it represents. This person still has lessons that they need to learn before they can come your way and contribute in a meaningful way to this relationship. I think they have some heartbreaks that have to happen first. I think part of it is losing their connection with you so that they have time to reflect on how much it really meant to them. But I also feel like there's heartbreaks that have to do with other energies and perhaps running into other people who are very low vibrational to help them also recognize the difference in the value between having a loving connection with somebody like you and just what they were dealing with before and really who their friends are and who they hang out with. Because I do feel like this all connects together. This is going to be something that happens with their little friend group too. This is not just speaking to like a romantic heartbreak or something. There's something to do with their friends here. And it is a betrayal. And it is because their friends are very low vibrational and immature. This may tie into a family situation. It's whoever these people are who are influencing them. And they're putting so much weight on the opinion of these people and how they look at them. There is something bad that's going to happen there. There is a betrayal that's going to happen with those people. That's going to show the true colors And if you're hanging out with low vibe people and you're putting all your energy into low vibe people, they're about to see what you get back out of that. When times get tough or other things happen, they just ditch you. They backstab you. They're low vibration. They're not in it for the long haul. They're not like you, somebody who loves and is looking to invest and put the energy in. They're just, like I said, they're kind of like throwaway people. And that is do their way. And that is part of, yeah, there's the Tower. It is part of a lesson this person needs to learn before they can ascend. I keep feeling like they have lessons that are left for them first, things that are due, things that are set ahead of them that they need to experience that will help contribute to a situation where they are more likely to ascend or to start looking at things. The Six of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. I keep seeing in the Six of Swords, I'll show you the image too. All the swords in front of the dragon, and the dragon's just tucked in the back and sort of curled up. This person is, this is what's due to them. This is what's due to them. It's like this feeling all alone. They have to go through this process of feeling all alone, of these towers coming down that, like I say, I feel like these towers are sort of set in stone ahead of them. These are things they're supposed to experience in their life, to learn certain lessons before they can recognize a Knight of Pentacles when they see it. A Knight of Pentacles, that is your steady Eddie. That is somebody who's in it for the long haul. That's you. You're the Knight of Pentacles. You are the Knight of Pentacles to this person. But until they experience the backstabby BS that goes along with giving all your energy to low vibe people, I don't feel that they're ready to start examining their darkness so that they can start giving properly to the good connections in their life. Knight of Wands. Yeah, they're still stuck in this Knight of Wands energy. It's kind of this low vibe. It's this game playing, driven by their passions. And their thinking on all of this is so skewed right now with who they're giving their energy to, who they admire, who they want to look like. Yeah, like the King of Wands. Like they want to look like, they got this leadership, like they're desirable, like everybody looks at them. They want kind of that. That's where they're focusing. That's where they're putting a lot of value on, instead of value on good, caring connections. People you can count on when shit gets rough, right? Through thick and thin, somebody who's got your back no matter what. They're not seeing the value in it. They're putting all their energy into superficial crap right now because it's easier. It's easier than looking deep down and sorting through their crap so that they can build these really good connections with somebody like you or with you. Ace of Swords. It is that truth they're not looking to see. And I'll tell you, this Magician says you have all the tools that you need to manifest what you're wanting in life. He also says you're responsible for what you manifest. This is their card. If the relationship with you goes to shit, if you pull the plug on this and you've had enough and you walk away, they will have nobody to blame but themselves, because they were the ones that manifested it like that. They were the ones that pushed it in that direction, you know? And I think it genuinely stems from fear. From fear of investing in somebody, having that beautiful loving connection, and that person dumping their ass. I think that is absolutely what it stems from, that fear of rejection. But there's that saying, what we fear we create. That's what they're doing. By being so afraid of building that connection because the fear of losing it, they're actually shoving away something that could be absolutely beautiful in their life. They're shoving away something that could be a very deep soul connection. Because I think you guys have the potential there. I see it in a lot of my cards. Temperance. And I think you've been extremely patient with them too during this process. As I think you're somebody who knows about, not everybody's perfect. People have baggage. Sometimes you got to be patient while people sort their shit out. But I think you're running out of patience. I think it's just been too much. Or they see it as like a weakness and they've kind of been abusing that. Or misusing it to sort of drag this out instead of actually dealing with things. And the Four of Swords. I have to tell you too, this dynamic has become toxic to you. It has become toxic because it keeps you stuck. It keeps you from moving on. It keeps you from really finding that connection that you're wanting. And you're kind of going round and round and round in the cycle, and it stresses you right the hell out. It really does. The Four of Swords, and you never really get a chance to heal or to rest because it keeps going in a loop. So you haven't really had that chance to sort of sit back by yourself and to really think about things and to be able to heal and get going again, because you're just always in this loop, always in this loop. The Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, but I keep feeling like this is more like what you see this person could be, and what you see this relationship could be. And like I said, I got to tell you too, I got a lot of cards here that say that that is not out of the realm of possibilities, that this person could become that, but it's their choice. It's their choice. And what the cards are saying, that at this point in time, this person will not make this choice. This person has certain things that they need to experience first, negative things in their life, to be able to start appreciating the good things and to have sort of that change in mindset. This person has other karmic lessons ahead of them that will help them to find their way to this ascension, to this higher way of being, to heightening their vibration, to looking at personal truths. They may come back to you later in life. This person may come back to you. And if they come back in the right way, I see a potential for a very deep connection. But right now, as it stands, this person's just living this cycle with you. This is the dynamic that's been established, and this is the dynamic they are absolutely intent on keeping. So if this is a dynamic that you can live with, that would be entirely up to you. But I can see that you would like to have more here. I see that you would like to have more here. And I see that there would be a potential for more, but there needs to be time apart for this person to experience certain things first. There is life experience that needs to happen, that is due to have happened in this person's life. And until they experience it, I don't feel like the situation around them is going to really push them in that direction of starting to deal with their crap. I keep feeling like in the future, they need to experience things. Once they've been able to experience these towers coming about, it's like reorganizing priorities, or starting to look at things in a new way, right? Finding a new way of looking at the world and a new way of looking at relationships and what really counts. I keep getting the vibe, I gotta tell you, in some of these reads, I feel like, this connection is cut, this connection is severed, this connection is never going to come back together. I feel this one really open-ended. I feel it really open-ended. But the success of it will depend on this other person and what they do and the choices that they make. I gotta tell you, that's what the cards are telling me today, guys. Alrighty, have a great day.